Welcome to Today's Woman, and today's topic is communications.
Hi, I'm Rosalind Poon, and welcome to Today's Woman. And today we have the incredible CheriLynne Taylor with us. Hello, CheriLynne.
Hello, thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Thank you for taking time to come and talk to us. CheriLynne is a lifetime educator and specialises in literature and reading. So she has a couple of points that we should pick up on communication. So speaking about communication, which we're going to, you're currently teaching 12-year-old?
Correct, 6th graders in a reading class.
Wow, okay. So what do you find in communicating with them? How do you make it meaningful to them?
So working with 6th graders, we all know they're kind of squirmy, but we also know
Squirmy.
they like their technology. So if I can incorporate in my lesson plans for them to use their cell phones or iPads, it really brings the lesson to life and they're more apt to learning.
Wow, that's incredible. So you actually allow them to do it?
I do. Technology is great, and if we can use it in a productive way, we get productive citizens, which is what I'm trying to create.
Well, I think it's fantastic because we're talking about communication. So what you're doing is you're actually addressing it, communication as in today.
Correct.
Which I think is wonderful. So how do the kids know when they should use their phone and when they shouldn't?
Good point. What I have in my classroom is, of course, a little sign that says banded or unbanded.
Oh.
And we just turn that from green to red.
Oh, I like that. Wow, okay, I think Bunker would like one of those with me.
We could use them for all, right?
I think that's a fabulous idea. So with children, you've obviously got a room full of 12-year-olds, is that right? Okay, I don't have much to do with children, so bear with me. But you also have your own children.
Yes.
And so do you take this new way of communication through to them as well?
I do. In fact, that was my communication with them for many years and will be for many more. One thing with technology, it's been wonderful, so I can communicate with them on text messaging and group text messaging, reminding them when their mother's birthday is, giving her a heads up. The other thing is it can be disruptive a little bit. So now I have a new rule when I see my kids, because I don't see them often.
Okay.
My new rule is if mom's paying for it or mom's cooked it, all technology goes away. And that includes when mom takes their roommates out or potential girlfriends out to dinner as well.
Oh, potential girlfriends. Okay, so that sounds like we have a son in the mix.
We do have a son.
Oh, and how did he cope when you sort of took him and his roommates or dorm mates?
Correct,
Right?
roommates.
Yeah. How did that go?
Well, his face went, he was so afraid I just embarrassed him in front of his roommates. But
Of course.
that roommate wanted his hamburger, and so he put that cell phone right away.
Wow, I'm impressed. So these are tips we learned from a mother and also an educator. That's right. So, but I like the whole idea that you do incorporate all of the latest technologies in communication, because a lot of us talk about communication as in you and I, like face to face. Yes. So, but then again, that I suppose percentage-wise, what, about 80% of our communication these days
You're right.
is via cell phones,
It's through our technology.
emails,
That's right.
cell phones, text messaging, all sorts of crazy things.
80%. That's right.
Wow, my goodness. So with that, we do, when off camera, we were having a little talk about communication,
We did.
which of course
We
we do.
did.
Yes. And you were talking about a little story that you wanted to use to demonstrate the importance of communication.
So communication, of course, is listening. But I like to take it a step further, and that's the delivery. Make sure you know who you're talking to and how they're going to interpret that. So my cheesy story was in relocating from one state to another. I had my beautiful young daughter with me. I was the last in the, it was in a big U-Haul, the last in the convoy to get going.
Okay.
And it was just barely trickling raining. I was kind of struggling with leaving the memories there, getting a little frustrated. And I had a log that I wanted to make sure, and it fit in the U-Haul. A log that I wanted.
Okay, why not?
So my daughter's there and I'm there, and I'm frustrated, and I couldn't move the log. So I said, word per word, well, don't just stand there looking at me, honey. So she got these big eyes. She ran over to the U-Haul, got in the U-Haul, shut the door, and turned her head the other way.
Oh.
She did exactly what I told her to do. She didn't look at me.
And how old was she?
She was probably 8.
Oh, okay.
Probably 8.
All right.
So then I had to go open the door and say, honey, that's not what I meant. I meant to help me. Completely different words.
Well, yeah, because you didn't say, come and help me.
I did not. I asked her not to look at me.
Well, there you go. That's right. She said, yes. So she was a good girl. She did what you told her to.
Correct. So it was the delivery of the message. I delivered a message to her, but she didn't understand exactly what I was wanting. And in the midst of that, it started pouring rain. My hair got more wet. It was a disaster. So make sure that you're delivering that message and what you want it to be said. Because sometimes, on a serious note,
Yes,
we don't have a second chance to say what we mean.
that's very true. We don't. I know, I agree. Well, I think that's fantastic. And thank you very much, CheriLynne, today.
Absolutely.
And obviously we're going to have you back to talk about other things.
This is
You are.
fantastic.
Thank you. And so just to summarise, CheriLynne is a lifetime educator in literature and reading. And I think one of the most incredible tips that she's given us today is that it's acceptable to use your cell phones, as we have to, but maybe we should just put some borders around when we want to use them and when we don't want to use them. Because 80% of our communication today is via electronics. Yes. So I think, and the other point, of course, is that we need to be a little bit careful about how we deliver the message. Otherwise, we may not get a second chance. Yes. Fantastic. All right. Thank you very much, CheriLynne. Thank you. And thank you. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.